The Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, pioneers of superhero comics, masters of the space-time continuum, and when it comes to movies, undisputed champions of underachieving. Before we talk about the new Fantastic Four movie, which fingers crossed isn't another $200 million apology, we need to take a stroll down memory lane. A memory lane filled with bad wigs, stretchy arms, questionable casting, and more failed reboots than a Windows 95 PC. Long before Tony Stark was quipping in a metal suit, or the Avengers were destroying New York for our safety, Marvel gave us their first family, the Fantastic Four. Debuting in 1961, they were part superhero team, part soap opera, a stretchy genius, an invisible woman, a guy on fire, and a rock monster who sounded like your uncle from Queens. Because nothing says science accident like a group therapy session in spandex. Their first animated outing came in 1967, courtesy of Hanna-Barbera, the same folks who brought us Scooby-Doo. It had charm, zero animation budget, and theme music that slapped if you were under the age of 6. The Thing shouted "It's clobbering time," while everyone else stood politely off-screen waiting for the next recycled frame. Then we jump to 1994. Pulp Fiction is redefining cinema. Friends is premiering on TV, and meanwhile, in a dark backlot, Roger Corman is shooting his Fantastic Four movie. Shot in secret, never meant to be released. No, seriously, this movie was made just so the studio could hang on to the rights. It was never meant to be released. And it shows. This version was shot on what I can only assume was a budget of $37 and a Costco pizza. The acting is stiff, the effects are tragic, and the Thing looks like a foam suit found in a Halloween clearance bin. And yet, there's something weirdly adorable about it, like a dog wearing sunglasses. Objectively terrible, but hard to hate. It's enthusiastic, clueless, and filmed like everyone was racing the clock to get their SAG cards before the lights were cut. Flash forward to 2005 and we get a legit theatrical big studio Fantastic Four movie. Fox decides, hey, people love the X-Men, let's do that again, but shinier. So they cast Ewan Griffith as Mr. Fantastic, Jessica Alba as a blonde Sue Storm, Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, yes, before he became Captain America, and Michael Chiklis as a walking pile of regret in a rubber Thing suit. This version is okay. It's like a superhero sitcom with a tanning budget. It plays the whole thing safe, like Marvel for people who thought Friends needed more gamma radiation. Dr. Doom shows up looking like a corporate villain from a 2001 antivirus software ad. The stakes are low, the jokes are bad, but somehow it works. Just enough to sell toys and not get booed out of theatres. Then came Rise of the Silver Surfer, the 2007 sequel that said, what if we gave this another shot, added Lawrence Fishburne's voice, and turned Galactus into a space cloud? Yeah, Galactus, the literal planet-eating cosmic god from the comics. In this film, he's a cloud, like a big moody storm front with evil vibes. It was like turning Godzilla into a Wi-Fi signal. To be fair, Silver Surfer looked great, and Doug Jones' physical performance was on point. But again, the movie plays it too safe. The stakes are vague, the tone is all over the place, and the big climax is our heroes chasing a storm system with superpowers. It made money, but not enough to justify continuing. And just like that, the franchise went dormant again. Then came the reboot, the 2015 Fantastic Four, or as some fans call it, Fant4stick. Yes, spelled with a 4. Like your friend's old Xbox gamertag. As is clearly evident, bad choices started early. This version had all the ingredients for success. A talented young cast which included Miles Teller, Kate Mara, Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Bell, and a hot new director, Josh Trank, trying to make his mark in the industry. This reboot tries to be darker, edgier and more grounded. Because nothing says fun, family-friendly space adventure like body horror and characters who look like they're on a day 12 of a hostage situation. It starts off promising, kind of like a gritty indie sci-fi flick, Then halfway through, the film has a complete identity crisis, turns into a CGI mess, and ends in the most apathetic boss fight ever put to screen. I've seen IKEA assembly instructions with more drama. Studio interference, reshoots, script rewrites, and Josh Trank later disowning the film all led to what is arguably one of the worst superhero movies of the modern era. Dr. Doom looks like a melted mannequin, the team chemistry is non-existent, and the climax is so rushed it feels like someone accidentally sat on the fast forward button. It was dark, joyless, and somehow managed to make superpowers feel like a burden for the audience and the characters. The movie was such a disaster, Fox cancelled the sequel before the first week ended, and Marvel fans quietly moved on, like someone trying to forget they once dated a mime. So why has every Fantastic Four movie felt like a tax write-off with superpowers? Simple. Turn. The Fantastic Four aren't gritty learners. They're cosmic explorers with personal baggage. It's family drama meets sci-fi chaos. You've got Reed, a genius who emotionally ghosts people mid-sentence, Sue, a brilliant woman constantly sidelined by every script, Johnny, a fire-powered frat boy with ADHD, and Ben Grimm, the world's angriest pile of rocks with the heart of a teddy bear. This isn't Batman. It's not Iron Man. It's The Incredibles, but with fewer laughs and more screaming. The Fantastic Four are about wonder, about pushing boundaries, and about yelling at your brother-in-law mid-fight with a space octopus. That's the energy fans want, and so far, Hollywood's mostly missed the mark. Every movie either goes full cartoon or full funeral. No one finds the sweet spot. No one captures that Kirby energy, that wild, weird optimism that made the comics iconic. And Doom? He's been done dirty every single time. He should be the Shakespearean space tyrant of your dreams. The man is half sorcerer, half tech genius, full dictator. And every movie turns him into Jeff from IT, but angrier. And now here we are. After decades of misfires, miscasts, and one very unfortunate green screen lava pit, Marvel Studios has taken the wheel. A new cast, a new take, and maybe, just maybe, this time they won't screw it up. So let's put the past behind us, crack our knuckles, and see if Marvel's first family can live up to their name. This new Fantastic Four doesn't waste time with origin stories or slow burns. We drop right into an alternate universe, far removed from the messier corners of the MCU we've come to know. This team has already been operating for years. And how do we catch up? With a gloriously cheesy and self-aware talk show sizzle reel. Exposition dump? Yes, but with flair. The world building here is a standout. The film takes place on an Earth that looks like a 1950s retro futuristic dream. All chrome, neon and flying cars. It's stylish and sleek like Tomorrowland finally got funding. It could have felt gimmicky, but instead it feels oddly fresh. Then there's the actual plot. Galactus is coming. And not to chat. He's here to devour Earth like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. And it's up to the Fantastic Four to save their planet and each other. Let's talk casting. First up, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Yeah, I raise an eyebrow too. At this point, he's legally obligated to be in every franchise by law. But to be fair, he delivers. He brings a kind of grounded warmth to Reed that works, especially when paired with Vanessa Kirby, who shines as Sue Storm. Their chemistry is believable, a couple who bicker, brainstorm, and build tech that might just save the world. Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, brings the heart. He's the big rock monster with a soul, and while he doesn't get a huge arc, there's enough emotional depth there to make us hope for more in a sequel. Now, about Johnny Storm. If you've seen the trailers and thought, meh, don't worry. Joseph Quinn turns in a much stronger performance in the actual film. He brings that cocky, flame-on attitude, but tempers it with genuine charm. It's the most faithful version of the Human Torch we've had in years. Now to the big guy, Galactus. This character is notoriously hard to translate to the big screen without making him look ridiculous. But they nailed it. He's truly terrifying. a cosmic force of nature voiced by Ralph Ineson, who brings the perfect blend of dread and gravitas. Also, he's from Yorkshire, so naturally I kept waiting for him to say, "Hey up, I've come to take a bite of this planet. Hope that's not using it." Terrifying, and oddly comforting. And yes, we do get Silver Surfer, but not the one you might expect. This version is Shia LaBeouf. And while some purists may grumble about not getting Noreen rad, the emotional beats still hit. The arc is there, the sacrifice is real, and honestly, it works. Representation box ticked? Maybe. But more importantly, it's well written and well acted, which is what actually matters. Now let's be honest, Marvel has had a rough few years with visual effects, but this movie looks phenomenal. The effects don't just serve the story, they enhance it. From interdimensional travel to Galactus' awe-inducing presence, everything is polished. This is a film that demands to be seen in IMAX, not streamed on your cousin's cracked iPad. Here's the real triumph. This movie feels standalone. No multiversal homework, no 20 film prerequisites. You can walk in blind and still enjoy the ride. After years of increasingly bloated, checklist-driven content, Fantastic Four feels like it was made with actual care. And as Kevin Feige himself hinted, the endless MCU web of connections has started to feel like a chore. This film skips it, thankfully. So my final thoughts. Is it perfect? No. But is it good? Yes, absolutely. It's a win Marvel desperately needed. It gives us characters we want to follow, a world we want to explore, and a villain who might actually give us nightmares. The foundation is solid, and this is one of the first Marvel films in a long time that makes me want a sequel. Sure, some fanboys will still grumble, but for most viewers, this is a fun, fresh, and visually stunning return to form. Oh, and yes, there are 2 credit scenes. The mid-credit scene is the one you'll want to stay for. Trust me, it's a biggie and sets up a game changer for the Marvel Universe. The end credit scene, yeah, it's fine, but you won't miss much if you decide to beat the restroom line instead. So that's my take on Fantastic Four. Let me know in the comments, did Marvel finally get it right? Or should Galactus just go ahead and eat the rest of Phase 5? Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more reviews that are 80% analysis and 20% sarcasm. This is Man vs. Movies. See you next time.